Is alcoholism written in your DNA? Or is it something we learn from the world around us? For decades, scientists, doctors, and families have asked one burning question: is alcoholism hereditary? In this video, we'll uncover the shocking truth behind genes, family history, and alcohol addiction, and what it means for you and your loved ones. Alcoholism, or alcohol use disorder, AUD, affects over 280 million people worldwide. World Health Organization 2022. Many families notice a disturbing pattern. If a parent drinks heavily, the children are more likely to struggle too. But is that genetics, environment, or both? Today we'll explore the science of alcoholism and how it affects the brain, the genetic evidence, twin and adoption studies, and specific DNA markers, the powerful role of family, trauma, and culture, and finally how recovery and prevention are possible, no matter your genes. First, what exactly is alcoholism? The medical term is alcohol use disorder, AUD, defined by the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM-5, as a chronic relapsing brain disease characterized by compulsive alcohol use, loss of control, and negative emotions when not drinking. It's not just drinking too much. Alcoholism changes brain chemistry, particularly the reward system, involving dopamine and GABA pathways. Over time, tolerance develops, cravings intensify, and quitting becomes harder. But here's the big question. If alcoholism is a brain disease, does that mean it's passed down through family bloodlines? That's where genetics enters the story. And the evidence may surprise you. One of the strongest pieces of evidence comes from twin studies. Identical twins share 100% of their DNA, while fraternal twins share about 50%. If alcoholism is genetic, we would expect identical twins to show a higher rate of shared addiction than fraternal twins. And that's exactly what researchers found. A large-scale review by the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism, NIAA 2009, concluded that about 50 to 60% of the risk for alcoholism is genetic. In other words, genetics matter, but they don't write your entire destiny. Scientists have identified specific genes that influence how our body processes alcohol and how our brain responds to it. For example, the ADH1B and ALDH2 genes play a role in alcohol metabolism. Variations can make drinking very unpleasant, leading to flushing, nausea, and lower risk of alcoholism. Certain dopamine receptor genes, like DRD2, are linked to higher reward response, which can increase addiction risk. Some genes protect, others increase risk. It's not simple. Here's the fascinating part. Your genes aren't fixed. Environmental factors like stress, trauma, and early alcohol exposure can switch genes on or off, a process called epigenetics. Studies show children of alcoholics who grow up in supportive, non-drinking environments have much lower risk, even if they carry risky genes. Genetics clearly play a role, but they don't decide everything. Next, we'll explore family life, stress, and society's influence. Children of alcoholics are 4 times more likely to develop alcohol dependence. But is it the genes or the environment? Drinking behaviors often pass down through generations. If a parent drinks heavily, children may see alcohol as normal life. This modeling behavior can be just as powerful as genetics. Genes may give predisposition, but environment can trigger or prevent the problem. Studies of adopted children show that those with biological parents who struggled with alcoholism are still at higher risk, even if raised by non-alcoholic families. Social culture is huge. Peer pressure, alcohol availability, and cultural norms can override genetic risk. In cultures with low alcohol use, even genetically predisposed individuals may not become addicted. Genes load the gun, environment pulls the trigger. Many who grew up in alcoholic households feel predestined to drink. Others break free completely, proving environment and personal choice matter just as much. Heredity doesn't mean destiny. Recovery is possible. Awareness of genetic risk allows healthier choices and early intervention. Behavioral therapies, counseling, and support groups such as Alcoholics Anonymous help millions. Medications like naltrexone and acamprosate reduce cravings and support recovery. Recovery is sustainable. Many from alcoholic families lead healthy, fulfilling lives. Key: recognize risk, seek help, and build support systems. Alcoholism affects entire communities. WHO estimates over 3 million deaths annually are linked to harmful alcohol use. Education, early intervention, and community support can reduce impact. So, is alcoholism hereditary? Partly. Genetics can increase risk, but they do not determine destiny. Environment, lifestyle, and support systems play a powerful role. If you or a loved one are at risk, take action early. Seek guidance, build strong habits, and remember, the cycle can be broken. What do you think? Is alcoholism more about nature or nurture? Share in the comments. Subscribe for more science-backed health documentaries.